Hi guys, this is Pranjali J here and welcome back to What the Binge. So What the Binge is a channel where I talk to you about certain shows, movies and documentaries and tell you if they're worth your binge or not. Okay guys, so today I'm going to talk to you about The Haunting of Bly Manor and I'm really very excited for this show. I was a huge fan of The Haunting of Hill House, which was Mike Flanagan's first show in the Haunting series, and now that Bly Manor is coming out, it's coming out in 6 days guys, so I'm really very excited. So I have to tell you that I was a huge fan of Mike Flanagan's directing in The Haunting of Hill House, the way he used non-linear storytelling, which is just a fancy word to say that he told us the story in a non-chronological fashion. And this means that in the first episode we got to know about Steven's story, then we got to know about Shirley's perspective in the second episode, then we got to know about Theo's perspective in the third episode about the same story. So as we get to know about one character's perspective, the audience gets more and more engrossed in the story, and that's why we want to know more about what actually happened, other characters' perspective, and that is how this particular story was designed, if I can say that. And I really love that. And I feel like if season 1 was so successful, I'm sure that the second season is going to be even bigger and better than this. So today we are going to talk about The Haunting of Bly Manor, and a lot of people already know that The Haunting of Bly Manor is based on The Turn of the Screw, which is an 1898 novella written by Henry James. But a lot of people don't know that this particular show, The Haunting of Bly Manor, is also based on other stories written by Henry James. And today we are going to talk about those stories. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Let's get started with the first story that we all know that this show is based on, The Turn of the Screw. So The Turn of the Screw is a story which is about these two children, Miles and Flora, who are living in a countryside mansion with the governess and the servants. So these two are orphan children, and the governess that cares for them is appointed by their uncle who lives away in town. Later, the governess starts liking the children, she gets fond of the children, and she finds the children to be really well-mannered, honest and intelligent kids. Later on, what happens is that the governess receives a letter from the boys boarding school, and the letter says that Miles has been expelled from the school, and this is the time when the governess starts getting a little worried, and she feels that there must be a horrible reason behind his expulsion. Now this is also the time when the governess starts getting haunted by two ghosts, a ghost of a man and the ghost of a woman. Now later she finds out that the woman ghost that she's haunted by is the ghost of their former governess, Miss Jessel. And she also finds out that the man that she's being haunted by, the ghost of the man, is also of a former employee of Bly Manor, Peter Quint. She also later finds out that the children are also being haunted by these two ghosts, and yeah, what happens later is The Turn of the Screw. Now, Bly Manor is loosely based on this particular novel, The Turn of the Screw, but I'm sure that we will see more twists and turns in the story. So, without any further ado, let's get into the second novel that this show might be based on. So, guys, if you've seen any of the trailers or teasers of The Haunting of Bly Manor, you might have seen that one particular clip where actor Henry Thomas is on the bed and his doppelganger is on top of him. Now that particular clip makes me feel like this particular scene is based on another one of Henry James' novels, and this particular novel is called The Jolly Corner. The Jolly Corner was written in 1908, and this is a story about a man who returns to his hometown after 33 years living abroad. Now, when this man returns to his earlier home, his childhood home, which is called the Jolly Corner, which is a nickname given by him to his old home, And when he reaches there, he starts thinking about what his life might have been if he had never left town. And then he rekindles a relationship with an old friend, and they both start wondering about the same thing. And what happens later is that this particular guy, Spencer, he starts getting haunted by his own alter ego, the ghost of the man who he would have been if he had never left town. Now, I feel like this is going to be an amazing twist to The Haunting of Bly Manor if this particular story is actually adapted in Haunting of Bly Manor, which I am like 97% sure that it is going to be. But yes, guys, that's it about the Jolly Corner. Let's talk about another story that is going to be adapted in The Haunting of Bly Manor. So the third story that The Haunting of Bly Manor is based on is called The Romance of Certain Old Clothes, which is a story written by Henry James in 1885. Now, Mike Flanagan himself has said that this story, The Romance of Certain Old Clothes, was very important in the Bly Manor story, and we also see the name of the protagonist of this novel in one of the clips from the trailer. Here we see the name Lloyd on the gravestone on the left in this particular scene, and that is the name which is most likely taken from this tale, The Romance of Certain Old Clothes. So what is this novel all about? Let's get into that. So The Romance of Certain Old Clothes is a tale about two sisters, Perdita and Viola, who fall in love with the same man. And his name is Mr. Lloyd, and then Mr. Lloyd chooses one of the sisters, Perdita, and that is the reason why the second sister, Viola, gets jealous. Now, later on, what ends up happening, I'm going to skip most of the story here because the story is really long. But later on, what ends up happening is that Perdita, the girl he married, she gives birth to their daughter, but she dies, and this woman, Perdita, makes her husband, Mr. Lloyd, promise to her that he will never let Viola touch this particular chest containing the clothes. Later on, Viola and Mr. Lloyd, they get married after Perdita's death, and Viola wants to open that chest. She wants to see what's in that chest. Mr. Lloyd here gets angry and he doesn't allow Viola to do that, but eventually he finds Viola dead in the attic in front of the chest, and she has wounds on her body which could only be inflicted by grisly, ghostly hands. Now, those are the exact words from the book, and I am really excited about how Mike Flanagan is going to adapt this particular story in his show, because this story was really intense and this was actually a very long story. I cut it short for you because I thought it's going to be too long. And yes, guys, so these are the three stories that are going to be adapted in The Haunting of Bly Manor. That is The Turn of the Screw, The Jolly Corner, and The Romance of Certain Old Clothes. And I'm really excited about Bly Manor, guys. How many of you guys are excited about it? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Maybe we can watch it together on Netflix watch party, or we can talk about it after it comes out. I'm definitely going to make a video about it when it comes out, so stay tuned for that. And yes, guys, please subscribe to my channel and let me know how you like this video, what you think about this video. Please give me a like if you like this video. And yes, guys, I will see you soon in my next video. Bye.